Birdkeeper Tobe says, "Can I jump on just on voice for 10-15?"
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Jake, are you in here?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Okay. Toby. Oh, Toby's in here too. Okay. Great. What's up? All right. That was easier than I thought. What's up, guys?
I didn't mean to mess with the dimensions.
No, you're good. We're
right.
gonna stay here because Soul has to jump on at some point too.
Oh, well, that's all right then. You can use me as a tech demo for.
Yeah, this is gonna work.
So.
This
Also,
is gonna work.
Jake, lovely to meet you. I've been listening to you guys talk for the last little bit, and yeah, you've got a really lovely voice. I think you're very well suited for podcasts.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. That's very kind. It's nice to meet you as well.
How's it going? It was cool to hear you guys get enthusiastic for Pocket because like I feel like I've been having this conversation at people and like no one's getting it. And I'm like, this is as big as that. This is so primed.
Yeah, I'm excited for it for the same casual reasons that Jake is describing. Like I think I just want to play it the same way that I'm playing Pokemon Sleep, right? I don't even want to get the competitive with it. I think I just want like another medium to engage with Pokemon. And cards are expensive. I don't want to be buying cards every single week, but I'll rip some digital packs. That sounds fun. And
Dude,
you know what? That's going to get me to actually buy more packs, truthfully.
The card game is so hard to access right now. It's so hard to get into it. And it's so, especially if like you're like somebody who's our age, maybe you're a millennial or an older millennial. It's like you see all that stuff at the store and you're like, this is not for me. How am I supposed to get attached to this now? And I really feel like something like this, the barrier to entry is so low. You start enjoying it. I know, like I never played the TCG before, and I picked up like a couple starter decks. Now I play it with my fiance, who's not really like into Pokemon at all. We love that game.
Wow.
Like you can get hooked into it. You can bring.
That's
bring the
powerful.
normies in. Yeah.
I actually think they're going to need to do things like, by the way, is my mic quality okay? I am just on my phone.
Sounds great.
No, it sounds good.
Right.
It sounds good.
I'm just on my phone at the moment. We're about to go to bed here in the UK, not staying up for the closing.
What do you mean? You're not going to stay up for another 3 hours?
Oh, no, it's already past my bedtime. I'm ready to go. I just had to, like, cover it on this. I actually think it's the kind of thing where they're going to need to do what they do with gambling, where they allow for self-exclusion and stuff, because I think it is dangerous that you are going to be able to buy Pokemon cards from your phone while in bed or on the toilet or waiting for the bus or whatever. I actually think it could be quite expensive for a lot of people, and there are going to be people who have control issues that are going to need to be like excluded from this. I'm not going to lie, because
I mean, we see that, but dude, we see that with like most mobile games though. Like, I mean, that I don't know if it's an issue, but we definitely see that with. We definitely see it. Was there? I think I just saw like a custom animation graphic that the stream just threw up for someone getting a one-hit KO.
Yeah, they do that. It's
That's
awesome.
insane. Sorry. That's like the announcer on Stadium. It's a one-hit KO. Yeah, we see. What are they called? They're called whales, right? People who will spend an exorbitant amount of money on these games, right?
Yeah.
And on the one hand, in the economy of it all, they allow for the game to be free for the people who don't want to spend money on it. So, like, all power to you. At the end of the day, if you earn your money, you spend it however you want. Like, that's the thing. But I would worry for some people, and in particular, if you're a parent and you've got kids that have, like, the card or the Apple ID or whatever hooked up to this. You know, and the thing is, we haven't actually had it confirmed that you can spend money in the game. But, like, come on, they're not doing it for fun.
No.
They're not doing it for no reason. They're doing it to make a ton of money. And I think they will. In the marketing, you were talking about, like, marketing to the normies and marketing to the go lot. I don't know if you've noticed this trend yet, but in every piece of marketing for it, the only Pokemon that have been revealed for this to be in the card game so far are the Gardevoir line, very popular, the Greninja line, very popular, Meltan, kind of a quirk of the Pokemon Go world, Wooloo, okay, sure, and then everything else is Kanto.
I've seen Bulbasaur, Mewtwo, Pikachu. I've seen all those cards.
I bet if we looked up a press release for this game, the word nostalgia would appear. I bet it would appear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited for it. I really, I think you guys are onto something. I think I'm glad you recognize some stuff that I'm like feeling in my soul right now.
So here's some just wild, like, I'm just going to shoot these out into the world. Kind of thoughts about it. You've got a company that has great experience with mobile app games in the world of like Pokemon Go and that kind of stuff. It's not even DNA's first rodeo. They've had a successful 5-year run with Pokemon Masters, which is another gacha
No,
game.
absolutely.
You have something that could be easily integrated into the physical card game that already has a huge buyer base of people who buy that product, who currently in a pack will get a QR code for the TCG main game, but there's no reason that QR code couldn't work in both games to allow for other promotions and cross-promotional material. I can very much imagine an extended art that you can only get in the mobile app game if you buy the collection box in real life. I can imagine that kind of thing. I played a ton of Marvel Snap, which is like the Marvel equivalent of this, in the same way that Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Version.
Yeah.
You had a £7 a month season pass, or sorry, less than $10 a month season pass that felt pretty like good value for money, where you'd get not necessarily exclusive cards, but you'd get variants of cards or early access to certain cards that would become available in packs like the following months.
This game is going to be so much fun.
You think about all the ways they can monetize, and I guarantee you in the first 30 days, there will be a welcome bundle that will have whatever the in-game currency is. It will have it at an absurdly good deal. Like, you'll be able to buy the welcome bundle, but this will have it at a great deal, and it'll have a promo card that you can only get like that version of the Mewtwo if you get the welcome bundle. And what that is an introductory purchase to get users ready to buy, and get them in the habit of spending money. And what will happen is you'll get like a couple months in and you'll think, or you'll play it all month for the first month, and you'll go, well, a retail game is $60, and I've probably sunk more than like 100 hours into this, and I've barely spent any. Oh, go on, I'll spend. So all the psychology is there. Plus, it's a mobile app game. I mean, there's a reason we ads all the time for Raid Shadow Legends is because the marketing is there because it financially makes sense. This is going to be huge, and no one's talking about it, and it's driving me nuts.
Dude, I love you breaking all of this down. I think something you said right there about it being on mobile. Toby, it was a couple months ago, you shared with me your experience playing Pokemon, what is it, Yellow Legacy, that ROM hack. I'm totally with you, man. That game, playing through Yellow Legacy, playing through Crystal Legacy, was so much fun because it was a handheld experience. It was on a device that was with me 24/7, just like when I was a kid. My Game Boy, right? It's an analog for my Game Boy, right? And it allows me to play these games, right? Whether it's an old Pokemon game or a ROM hack, whether it's Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go, TCG Pocket, it's always with me, and it allows me to like enjoy these games in a variety of social situations as well, right? Like I think the gameplay is going to be I think the way we interact with this is going to be so different.
Well, you could just do that for the regular TCG. You can play that now on your phone, but it's different because the year is ideally. I don't think games will last longer than 5 minutes on the long end.
Yeah,
that would be my suspicion. I would suspect that the game is designed in a way where you can just like bash through 3 games very, very quickly. Yeah, because they don't actually. This is certainly what my experience has been with Marvel Snap. They don't really care about a competitively viable meta game with pro players necessarily. What they care about really is that you open up the phone when you go to the toilet, you end up getting hooked on your daily challenges, and maybe you end up spending some money. That's really like the go-to. So they're not going to make the most balanced game in the world, but I bet they'll make it fun. And I think that's what you'll be looking at.
And honestly, I never even thought of this. But I think I've also avoided the TCG. Like I've made a mental note, I've made it part of my identity. Like one of my rules. Like I'm not a TCG player. I'll buy some cards here and there, but I don't play TCG. It's too much of an investment. Yada yada yada. I think another element for why I've made that rule for myself, like 20 years ago, was that it requires another person to enjoy the game. Right? I can collect the cards and that's fun, but I can't play and interact with the cards in a competitive way, which you could argue is like the entire purpose of having the cards. Yeah. Unless there's another person, and I think so that is definitely something. Dude, I love to see that the horsey player got the victory. So great, Tatsuomi. I'm rooting for him, man.
Anybody can win the first set, Dusty. It's all about that second match. It's all about how you respond.
No. With that first match, no. Oh,
I didn't
man.
realize. So wait, so is the origin of so Toby on my YouTube channel? I did a video about Yellow Legacy. Did it go from you to Dusty to me? Because Dusty recommended it to me.
It probably did. It
yeah,
probably
I,
did.
I,
It
I
probably
don't
did.
want to take credit, Dusty. Was it from me that you were getting interested?
I mean, I've been following Smith Plays Pokemon for a while. I was
Now
gonna play it.
you're a hipster.
Okay.
No, but here's the thing. I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, for a while now. Yeah. I was back, dude. Back when he made Call of Duty content, that's when I was a fan. Not really.
Whoa.
But no. Like I wanted to play and I was interested and I liked the project, but I was not willing to invest, not financially, but like the time and effort in the configuration of a ROM hack. I didn't have the means to play a ROM hack. And when Toby was like, "Bro, play it on your phone," I was like, "Okay." And it changed my week because I finished the game in a week and it's like I was obsessed. It was the coolest thing in the whole world.
Wow, cool. Yeah, I had an amazing time with it too. Yeah.
It feels right. Like the phone is the shape of the Game Boy.
Yeah.
The screen is, it looks how I remember it looking. Though if I actually picked up a Game Boy now, I'd be squinting to see anything. How we all did that under, in the car driving under streetlights. I don't know how anyone did that.
That's
back in the
what
day,
I
but,
used to do, dude. I remember battling
Yeah.
Lance. For the first time, I was battling Lance at the mobile gas station in my mom's car. I'm in the back seat.
I wonder if that's why we all became so obsessed with Pokemon, because we had to squint at it.
Yeah,
so
dude, it
hard
was so
to,
much more important. It was like,
into our retinas.
yeah, that friction a lot. That's what we want in Pokemon games. Period. Right? We always complain that they get too easy. It's because we desire as humans that friction. We create purpose out of that. When we achieve something and have to work harder for something, it like means more.
Yeah, the hidden difficulty of Gen 1. That's like a whole video,
Yeah.
just like based on like AA battery life.
You
in
guys might be
1996.
You guys might be best friends also, because Jake, you also have made the argument that like the bugs of Gen 1 actually enhance its experience.
Oh, 100%.
The
It's
difficulty
drama.
of
It's
it.
drama. There being like a type that is overpowered is a feature, not a bug. That is like, no, when people complain about the bugs in that game, I'm like, man, I played this game when I was a kid. A million people I know played this game. Nobody was like, oh, but Gen 1 is so buggy. I'm like, what are you talking about,
I couldn't
brother?
even read back then.
Now, I will say, though, that my
Yeah.
thing was, and Toby, if you have not experienced this, I think you might want to look into it, because I find this to be the OP experience. If you can see my camera right now, I played this on a little handheld device, and I had the time of my freaking life, dude.
Oh, what device are you on right now?
So this was the Miu Mini Plus, and like you can turn on the little fast forward mode. You can do like, this is how I was playing this game. This is kind of what my video's about. So it's like, yeah, it just really fit into my life super well in a way that Pokemon has not fit into my life since I was a kid in that back seat of the car with my mom. You know what I mean? So
100%,
yeah, really cool stuff.
100%. I find that like with the Switch, like it's like I really like have to make an active decision. I think that's part
It's
of the
big,
joy of
dude.
these things being on the phone, is that like, yeah, when it's on the Switch, you got to sit down and make an active decision to want to play.
Sure.
Whereas
Oh,
this,
that's so
it's more
true.
like, I should be working, but I seem to have found myself back on Delta again.
Dude,
You know,
that's
you're
what I
like
was
back in
doing. I was
Pallet
right
Town.
here, like playing my game.
Well,
I'm trying to
and I
get work
think
done.
We have personal relationships with our phones and how we use them, and like the cases that we put on them, and like we used to have those kinds of personal relationships with our video game handhelds. But the more they become like computers, the more they become like tablets, you do lose a little bit of that sentimentality and that personal relationship. And I think that relationship with Pokemon specifically, a game you have a personal relationship with, it's important to maintain that. Yeah.
I think also it's just nice to have something on your phone that, like, so often I open my phone and within seconds of being awake, and I'm into the social media feed of what's going wrong in the world today.
Sure.
And it's depressing. And for about 2 weeks,
Team
I
Rocket's
was just like,
taking over the Golden Tower radio tower.
Yeah, like that was the extent of my issues, was like Team Rockets are going to take over the radio tower. And it was, it was perfect. And so to have something else to open my phone to, you know, in pocket, just to kind of
that's
bring it full
interesting.
circle.
It changes your
I
relationship with your
just think
phone.
It's something people need, is like games to play, and like
Yeah.
it's a bit of escapism, and I think it, you know, making it accessible. Again, I'm very worried about everyone's wallets. I'm very worried. Oh, and to anyone, I saw, you're gonna have to argue with Soul about this.
Oh yeah,
Soul's
he'll
got
be
his
on
take
soon.
about like He's got his, and I love Soul so much, but he has so many odd takes. And his take on this is like, it's just, you know, a gacha game. You don't physically own anything. And it's like, dude, digital card games have been around for a long time.
Dude, brother's got to play Marvel Snap, dude. Marvel Snap, I'm out here going crazy in Marvel Snap.
Totally.
Well, here's another question then. Do you think the Nintendo Switch, the successor to the Nintendo Switch, could potentially have room for like another, you know, dedicated handheld console? Do you think we could see the Switch separating once more into a console and mobile style console?
Wait, what are you saying? Like a Switch Lite?
I don't know. I think the idea is resonating with me that this thing, even though it is so powerful, it doesn't fit in my pocket, right? But then my DS is over there. I can't pick it up right now. But my DS fits into my pocket, and it's like I can take it wherever I want, right? Even then,
I don't think so. I
don't think so either. But that's
smart,
for the conversation.
It's a fun idea, and I don't know. Maybe Nintendo's quirky. Maybe they will. But like I think if I had my way, they would just make like a Nintendo Portal app on your phone that takes you to Pokemon Red and Blue and all these other things.
Dude, NSO Online on my phone.
Literally, but
Dude.
I don't think they're going to do that ever. I think they want Nintendo stuff on Nintendo products, which is totally fine, but I'm not carrying around a second Nintendo device in my pocket as an adult, probably. I don't know, maybe they could release something that would be super cool.
As you can see,
anyway,
that's all I play.
I can see I'm being beckoned to bed because it is 2:30 here in the morning.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
So,
dude.
Thank you for letting me come on and have a space to vent about this, because like, I'm just very excited about it.
Dude, I'm glad you're here, Toby. It's been too long. I mean, we've been talking on Discord, but dude, come on the podcast anytime. You're always welcome. This is your home,
You're a
man.
gem.
Absolutely. Have a great night.
Be well, brother.
Jake, lovely to meet you, mate. Take care. Have a great and tell Soul his takes are weird, and I love him.
Yeah,
All
I will.
Bye.